But if I could tell you one thing that you could remove from your diet that would help you to improve your immune system, help you absorb calcium and magnesium better, improve your eyesight, improve hypoglycemia effects, reduce obesity, reduce adrenaline overload in children, ADHD, as a matter of fact, remove or reduce arthritis, joint pain, osteoporosis reduction. How about reduce your cholesterol? Well, about that. How about reducing the potential for ovarian or prostate cancer? How about reducing your A1C, getting you out of the pre-diabetic world? Because we're seeing lots and lots of that in children today, which is a shame. Reduce cardiovascular disease. I'm just telling you, I just want you to do one thing that can do all these things. Reduce your triglycerides. How about reducing migraines? How many of you get migraines and you're like, I have no clue where they come from? Okay, we're going to talk about that today. How about reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety? We all get that, and then we wonder what's going on. Alzheimer's, dementia, and last but not least, just knowing that this one thing would change your life around all this. Would you be willing to do it? It's a miracle. It's a miracle drug. So what would it be? Sugar. Getting it out of your life. Okay? We don't need it. We love it. We love it from birth. Breast milk and formula is sweet. I don't remember it. But it is sweet, so babies will latch on and be able to be healthy babies. But sugar is the #1 contributor to obesity in our country. And in fact, it is added sugar. Okay, the sugar from my little friend here, Carrot, is not causing me to be fat. Okay, it is the added sugar. We are eating in the upwards of 60 pounds of added sugar per year per person. And if you don't think you do eat added sugar, I'm here to tell you we're going to do sugar this week, next week, and the next week, and you're going to say, oh my God, it is everywhere and it is in everything that I think that it's, you naturally think it's in Coca-Cola, but I'm going to show you where it's in lots of things that you're not realizing that you're consuming. So what that boils down to is that everyone in this room has the potential of this 5.5 pounds of sugar per month. This is what it adds to per month. This is 60 pounds of added sugar every month. So if you think this is January on here, February started, so I start adding it on, so what happens? We're not able to burn it off. Hey Deb, we're not able to burn it off. The amount. So we're seeing these effects that over here of a compromised immune system, gut issues, depression, anxiety, arthritis. I mean, you name it, sugar is a contributor to it. Okay. So, does this shock you? Okay. So, we will talk about food products and things like that in the next sessions. But truly, the #1 contributor to the added sugar are your drinks. Okay, so this is the one thing I go out and teach all corporation after corporation. You don't need fancy workout clothes. You don't need to be a member of a fancy gym, which I'd like y'all to work out here with John. But you don't have to do this. You don't have to be in tune to all the latest exercise trends. If you just start looking at what you're drinking and cutting it out, you will lose weight. Period. You don't have to change your diet. We're just going to talk about drinks today, and I challenge you after you listen to this today to start looking at sugar. You'll hear this over and over and over and over and over again from me. 4 grams of sugar equals what from our last class? Deb from many classes. Teaspoon. 4 grams equals a teaspoon. Say it with me. 4 grams equals a teaspoon. One more time. 4 grams equals a teaspoon. Okay, 4 grams of sugar equals 1 teaspoon. If anything you eat has really more than 4 grams, then it's got too much sugar in it. That's not natural. Okay. My carrot here, my sweet potatoes we had last week, they have natural sugars. Okay, they are perfectly fine for you to eat if you can metabolize that food. Okay, we're all different people in here. We all have different needs. So some people can and some people can't. But I encourage you not to stay away from a carrot, a pea, or a corn, or a potato because you think it's going to turn into sugar in your body, and then you load up on a protein bar that we don't know what's in it. Okay, so let's think about with the real food and go from there. So I used to bring out all of these drinks and ask people if they drank them, and they would say, no, I don't drink that. I don't drink that. So I went to Whole Foods yesterday and I got all the cleaner versions of what I know that y'all were drinking already. So there is, so between these two, someone in this room is drinking a version of, and if this doesn't pertain to you, that's okay. If you don't drink your calories and you're drinking water all the time, that is wonderful. But you know somebody that you can help with this, okay? This is across the board. It hurts everyone. So how many of you drink orange juice or some sort of juice? I'm not going. Okay. So this here is a carrot juice, just carrots. Okay. Does anybody drink a juice like this or something like that? No. Okay. How about a Coca-Cola or a Mountain Dew? Let's all confess. Every once in a while, you know. Okay. This is a Whole Foods version of a cleaner Coke. Okay. They have those out there. Okay. Drew's like, yeah. How about a big old fat Monster drink or something? Hey, Drew, he is on time over there. He is. Okay. Monster drink, energy drinks. Who drinks energy drinks, even if they don't have any calories to them? Energy drink. This is a. I thought of you when I purchased this. It's a ruby red, grapefruit. You know.
Or a tutorial that day that I brought it.
Yeah. Yes. Drink here. Now, you know, it's got label USDA, you know, organic and all that. Okay, we're going to talk about that. About a sweet tea. We live in the South. Come on, anybody? Okay. And then this is a Tazo berry black tea raspberry flavored juice blend, but it's a tea. Anybody do things like this? You go to Starbucks or somewhere like that. Okay. And last but not least, how about juicing? Juices. Are you buying juices or are you doing it at home? You're buying. Are you buying? Anybody doing it at home? It is a fit to do it at home. It's much easier to do it out. Okay. So, but we've got hands of people that would drink something like this, or you know somebody that drinks like this. Okay. How about this? Would you eat all of this cereal in one sitting? I mean, I would too. Drew, and I'm a serial killer. I have a shirt with a spoon on it that says serial killer. I got issues with this. This is a whole nother class. It's called cravings. Anybody eat this whole bowl in one sitting outside of myself and Drew? No? Okay. How about 5 dark chocolate chunk? I think these are the ones you recommended. No, I'm just kidding. Dark chocolate chunk in one sitting. Anybody? Anybody on a bad day? Okay, yeah. But no one in here, you know. And if you think you might, I mean, it's okay, you know. Let's go like, yeah, okay. Yeah, before. This is 80. These are animal crackers. Actually, there should be some more in there. But you sit down and eat all of these in one sitting. You might do that. Yeah. Maybe. How about these are Snickerdoodle mini cookies? How about now all six packs in one sitting? No break. Just yeah. Okay. Nothing. Okay. So I like the honesty. Okay. Now this is something you might not think, but this is 80. These are sweet potato cinnamon crackers from Back to Nature, and you notice all these products up here. These are all. You know, because my normal thing I would show you would be donuts and Pop-Tarts, but people are like, no, I don't eat those. I didn't do that, you know. And I'm like, yeah, you do. Oh, yeah, you do. But these are all cleaner versions of something. Okay. So how about a whole box of these in one sitting? Okay. That's good. Okay. Well, I got some people that are honest. Most people but say no, I wouldn't eat all that in one sitting. I might get through 2, and then your guilt would catch up with you. You'd be like, well, I've eaten 2, and maybe I shouldn't get that 3rd one. Or you wait until later to eat it, you know, when no one's around and no one sees the trash or whatever. You know, so you do, yeah. So, you know, but like I said, you know, you get halfway through this bowl and you're kind of like, ooh, Lord, you know, that's a lot, you know. So we have that mentality. What about this fruit here? I've got 3 apples, a banana on the backside, 5 strawberries, and blueberries. How many would eat this all in one sitting? Yeah. One sitting there, John, and not get up and take a break. I'm gonna come back to it later. I'm talking about I don't eat the whole. Yeah, not many people would. Okay, whoop, got a jumper. I'll grab it. And not many people do that. How about 4 pounds of organic carrots in one sitting? Yeah, 2. That's good. Step in the right direction. Okay, so we see some things here, but what I'm trying to show to you here is that we typically wouldn't eat these types of things in this quantity, but we will drink these particular drinks in their units. So if I decide I want to drink this Coca-Cola, they've changed the labels now to say it used to say 2.5 servings. How many servings is it now? It's 1, because guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to drink it all in 1 unit. Just like they will change all the Monster drinks to reflect what you're actually going to drink versus what is on the label. If you anybody eat ice cream? Okay. In a pint, pick your flavor, I don't care, whatever it is. Jonna, how much are you going to eat of a pint of ice cream?
Well, there's 4 servings, and we're usually about 250 calories.
Mm-hmm.
I try to eat a quarter of it, but we have to know to eat half.
Okay, that's the right answer. Because it is, like she said, a pint of ice cream has 4 servings in it, a half a cup per serving. Okay, but there's a difference between a portion and a serving. She's given her a portion of 2 servings. She just said, I've been known to do this, but I've also eaten a cup worth, so that's 2 servings. So they're going to change that pint of ice cream to reflect what she just says, I've been known to eat half of it, so they're going to reduce it. Instead of 4 servings, it will be 2 servings, because that's what you consume of it. They're not educating you, the government is not educating you that is a sugar bomb. They're just going to change it to what you do to make you feel better about it. Okay? Now, if it's on a carrots or broccoli and it goes from 8 servings to 2, well then hot diggity dog. You know, that's great. But when we're doing sugary foods and then we're reducing the amount of servings in a product, you're just getting more sugar for your buck. So you'll see lots of changes in food labels and certain foods that will give you, if it went down, you just divided it back up again. Okay, if it went down to 2, just keep it 4. If it went down to 1, make it 2, and those kind of things. So they're changing those. With these here, I brought this because I think this is such great marketing. This bottle has this many carrots in it. It says it right here, 4.5 pounds of produce in here. There is no more 4.5 pounds of produce in this than the man in the moon. I am so sorry, because I'm going to tell you something that if there was 4.5 pounds in here, then there would be some fiber attached to it. This is just the juice of it. So guess what we're getting when we don't get the fiber? We're getting the sugar. So this puppy, even though while it's on the minimal side, it's got 17 grams of sugar. So let's do the math. 4 goes into 17 4 times. So it's got 4 teaspoons of sugar in here. And so I'm going to do this little dippity-doo here and show y'all as we're going along on our daily consumption of. So that is what's in here. Okay, while it is from a fruit, it has nothing to slow it down in your body. It goes straight into your blood system and pumps you up, and it's going to leave you just as dead on the side of the road as this Coca-Cola will. Okay, so do not feel fooled. This is a sugar bomb. We're giving it to our children. It is a problem. They're getting this and then this and going to school and expecting them to sit down and behave. They cannot. This is why they give this to diabetics. It goes straight into your blood system through your cheeks, in your mouth, as you're, so it's immediately in the system. 41 grams of sugar in this bottle. Okay, I just drink orange juice in the morning. I don't know why I'm gaining weight. Well, my God, 41 grams of sugar in there, you're going to have some trouble. So, I do have to get my notes because I get down a rabbit hole. So this carrot drink is equivalent in sugar. We're just talking about sugar. I'm not talking about fat. I'm not talking about carbohydrates. I'm not talking about nothing. I'm just talking about sugar for sugar. It is the same as eating the sweet potato, the whole box of sweet potato. It's the same amount of sugar as this drink right here. But we all said most of us wouldn't do this, but we might do this, okay? This, on the other hand, this is 2 boxes of sweet potatoes. Okay, do you see? We're getting a little relationship here, okay. So, next down the line, we get to the Coca-Cola here. This is equivalent to eating all 6 bags of these Snickerdoodle cookies. All 6 bags at one time. It's got 41 grams of sugar. So let's add it to our bowl here. Okay, there's my Coke. This is my breakfast drink, and then this is my lunch drink. Okay, so here's my sugar I got right here. This is equivalent to eating this. This Coca-Cola has 65. It's equivalent to eating 6 donuts from Krispy Kreme. Thank you. I couldn't get it. 6 donuts. No one would eat 6. I know that when the light's on, you might, and that is a whole problem we got to work out. I was like, but that's equivalent to 6 donuts. So you're always like, is it worth it? I'm not so sure. So we got our breakfast. We've got our lunch. Then what happens at 3 o'clock? You crash, because guess what? We've had all this sugar, right? So now I've got to go get my highball energy drink, because it's organic and all. Woo. And because that means so much. 40 grams of sugar in this puppy. This one right here has 80. And my husband will suck these back like there's nobody's business. But 40 grams. So I've got 40. I'm gonna put 40 more in here. And I'm trying to be. Okay, so breakfast, lunch, slump time, and it is equivalent to eating these 5 Kind bars, the energy drink. Yeah. And I don't know if y'all can see how much sugar I've had today.
That's just through 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that's just through 3 o'clock. Okay. Okay, so next up, we've got dinner coming along. So you may have a sweet tea. I was addicted to sweet tea, gave it up and dropped weight just like that. Never looked back. This guy right here has 37 grams of sugar in it. This one has 55 grams of sugar in it. So this would be equivalent to eating the whole, this much cereal in one sitting. But it's just tea, and it's flavored, and it's herbal. It's loaded with it. It's a sugar bomb. It's waiting to kill you. So let me add in this. So 37. Okay. So here's breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner. Sugar that I have right here. Okay, and let me point out something that's really, really important. I haven't eaten anything yet. Okay, here's what I want you to understand about this, is that sugar from drinks is not recognized by your brain at all. It's like it didn't even happen. It's like this doesn't even happen to you, because you're not going to eat, 800 and, let's see what I got here, 580 calories less because you drank all these drinks for the day. You're going to drink these drinks and then eat everything on top of that as well. It's like this doesn't even occur to you that this is a problem. Okay, so that's why it's very important. If you know someone that's having some kind of juice in the morning and a Coke in the afternoon or something, if they can just get rid of one every other day, and then just slowly wean yourself off of it, you'll make a huge difference for your overall health. I love these. I wish I had invented these, because I think, well, I shouldn't say this is so stupid. This is, okay, where do we get protein from? Meat, eggs, cheese, beans. Alicia's been eating her beans back there. Yeah, you get it from a natural source of protein that we go to. We don't naturally go to a fruit drink for protein. So what would they be putting in this to give it 30 grams of protein? Some sort of synthetic form of protein, right? So I mean, they're not sticking a chicken down in there. They're not putting, you know, fish or beans. Although I saw some drinks at Whole Foods that are meat based. Yeah, and so. But this is what I think is so interesting about this. How many calories is in this? Just guess. Leslie wins. 420 calories that your brain is not even going to remember that it even had. It's going to say, woo, that was great and I'm hungry and I want something salty and crunchy. No, so here, this is where I think this gets real fun here, is because on the back it says that this bottle contains 3 apples, a banana, 6 strawberries, and 5 blueberries. But we all said that we couldn't eat all this in one sitting, but we'd drink this down and not think anything more about it. Another issue with this is that there's no fiber in here. If we were eating this, if you could get this down, we've got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 at least grams of fiber attached to this fruit right here that's going to go slow into the blood system. This has nothing. It is immediate in there and it has no nutritional value whatsoever. You're better off eating than you are drinking. I know sometimes some circumstances calls for this. If you're doing like a cleanse of like a 3-day juicing, something like that, that's a whole other animal. But this to be in your life, in your diet every day, is problematic. And then when I show you, because a lot of people will do this, and then they're going to add in, because how much sugar do you think's in here? 55. It's just almost like drinking this. Makes a big difference when you see it that way. So think about, you know, what you're doing with the drinks. Make a conscious effort. If you do drink sweet tea, let's start doing some half and half. One of the things you can do if you're a coffee junkie and you like to get up and drink, I didn't bring one of those today, but like a Starbucks latte with all that wonderful, delicious stuff in there that you think is getting you up and going, the best thing you can do for energy in the morning, well, there's only 3 things, is to drink 16 ounces of water that has lemon in it. The first 8 ounces goes to your brain and wakes you up. The other 8 ounces actually starts waking up your organs and makes them start functioning. And then the lemon actually starts the hydrochloric acid production in your stomach to get it going to ready for the day's events of eating. So if you can do this as you're walking, I always say, if you're walking to go make your coffee at your house, drink this stuff. Sit it by your bed. You don't have to get up and get it. Just grab it and walk to wherever you're going. You will notice a huge difference in your cognitive awareness and your lack of need for caffeine. I like coffee. I like to drink it, but I don't use it as a method to give me energy. There's only 3 things that give us energy. Let's name them. Sleep. John, I got one. Sleep. What else? Who? No. Close. What are we all sitting in? Exercise. Exercise. And the last one is water. There is no other way to get energy. Anything you see that is advertised as energy is a false. When you think about those 3 things, exercise, rest, and water are the only 3. And so when you don't get enough rest, what do you get up and want? Some caffeine, some sugar. When you're dehydrated, what do you want? Some caffeine or some sugar. When you're not exercising, you're like, well, the heck with it already. I might as well just eat some caffeine and sugar. You know, so the only 3 things. So when you're jonesing for certain things, just think, did I get enough rest? Have I had enough water? Have I done some sort of movement today? It will make all the difference in the world. Any questions about anything? Yes?
I have one. I do a lot of smoothies in the morning. Is that the same as your brain doesn't recognize?
It does not. It absolutely does not. Yeah. Now, what you can do to help with some of the satiety of being satiated full from this would be to put avocado, nut butters in there for fat.
Right.
Because when you're just consuming sugar and carbohydrates, and then we go sit behind a desk all day, you know, it's not doing any good for you.
But adding a little fat.
A little fat can help you just with the being satiated, being full quality of it.
Right.
And it'll stay with you a little bit longer because your brain sees that fat and says, ooh, I like this fat,
Right.
but the sugar is killing the brain.
Gotcha.
And that's why we're having type 3 diabetes, which is now called dementia. It's because we have leaky brains. We have leaky gut, we're going to talk about next week, that leads, and we have leaky brain to where things are getting outside of our brain into our blood system that shouldn't be there. So it's happening in our guts from eating all this processed foods and sugar. Any other questions about anything? Or I see people kind of. Okay. Well, if you happen to have one, let me know. I just wanted to.
Instead of having to keep fresh lemons, can you just buy the lemon juice container?
You can if you will get not the little squeezy ball lemon, but if you go to the juice section of, like, I'm going to use Publix as an example. They have a brand called Santa Cruz that is just lemon juice. It is actually organic lemon juice, which you want. Santa Cruz is a brand name. And then they have a lime juice as well. And you can take and just put a tablespoon in, and that will actually, I mean, that hydrochloric acid production in your stomach is fantastic to start your day, because that's what, when we eat these foods, they need to be killed off somewhere in our stomach, and that helps with that. And then if you take medications, it helps your body absorb the medications as well. The lemon juice does. So it can't hurt anyone in here, which is a good thing. So I always want you to teach and see about things that you can actually do that don't cost you anything to do. And it's an investment in your health just to do these small things. So I always bring food. Oh, here, I did bring this. If you are going to use sweeteners, this is pure maple syrup. It has not been processed. It's extracted from a tree. That's what we want. We want less processed sugars. This is honey from the farmer's market. It's raw, local honey. It has not been, processed in any way, just extracted from the hive. That's what you want. And if you're doing stevia, which is, everybody's into stevia, do not use Truvia because it has erythritol in it. You've got to look for a brand that has nothing else in it but organic stevia leaf extract. You'll find it with all these other stuff in there. You don't want that in there because that's how they've messed it up. It's not true stevia anymore. This brand is called Now, N-O-W. I get it at Whole Foods. Golden Temple might sell it down here. But when you look at it, the only ingredient is organic, certified organic stevia leaf powder. That's it. That's all it is. And it is so stinking sweet. You remember years ago when I made you taste some? and it's bitter as all get out. You don't need much of it. It's about 300 to 500 times sweeter than sugar. So this is why most artificial sweeteners are, and we're going to talk about that in the next class. That's why you don't want to get dependent on these to sweeten things, because that is what happens when the strawberries don't taste sweet to you anymore, because you've had such an extreme taste of sweet that this doesn't taste sweet to you anymore. So these are all in moderation. Kind of foods here. This is raw cacao. So if you want to eat chocolate, I would love for you guys to sample this because you probably won't want to eat chocolate anymore. If you knew what raw cacao tastes like without the fat and the cream and the butter and all that in there to make it milk chocolate Hershey, this is where the antioxidants comes from. This is it, not what you're getting in the 70%, that you break off. No, this is it. So it is one of the highest forms of antioxidants. Antioxidants help your insides from turning brown, just like when we put lemon juice on an apple or on an avocado. It prevents them from turning brown. We want to eat antioxidants so our insides don't turn brown. Okay, that's what antioxidants are for, and they're found in things like this, things like this. So I encourage you. I'd love for y'all to taste this. And then also I did bring a dish for you to try, and I have recipes for it. One of the main foods for to help you with sweets, because we eat a sweet and salty. We go from, I had something salty, so now I need something sweet. I had something sweet. So we need these balancing foods that come in the middle, and they are bitter, pungent, spicy. that we don't get in our diet because we don't eat leafy greens typically, or we don't eat grains typically. So I of course brought something that's right up here. I didn't have any room. This is cauliflower. I mean, no, it's not cauliflower. This is collard greens. Collard greens and cabbage, which are bitter. So they have that flavor that we need in our diet to balance out the salty, the sweet that we're having. Has carrots in there, almonds, almond butter, apple cider vinegar, which is detoxing. It does have a little bit of maple syrup in it, but overall the whole it boils down to about 3 grams per serving in there. So, but the beautiful thing about when you put things like this with this has such a nutritional value that it negates this sugar load on you. There is no negating this. It's straight in. So I have it here, and there's Dijon mustard and sesame oil, so it's got a little bit of Asian little zing here. And then I have it also where I've added in these organic black and brown rice noodles. So, you know, last time we were here, I took a dish and you ate it one way, and then we added eggs to it, we added spinach to it, and then we added beans to it to make it a totally different dish than what we started with. So this is kind of a beginning. You can start adding grains to it. You can add animal protein to it. You could add a bean to it. I wouldn't suggest soybeans or edamame. I would suggest green garbanzos or cooked lima beans or lentils would be fantastic in here to take it from a basic salad into an actual meal. But these are the kind of things that you want to get in if you're struggling with sugar outside of drinks. If you get these leafy greens in, you get these bitter flavors in your diet, it will help control this. Plus, our gut bugs love to eat this. These things are called prebiotics. And when we eat, we're taking probiotics and eating the yogurt and getting the bugs in there, well, we got to give them something good to eat. And they love this, and they'll make our bellies better. So, any questions about anything? Well, all right, y'all can come up and have a little sample, and if y'all have any other questions, you can let me know as you come up.
Did we put nut in it?
Yeah, there's got almonds in it.
Yeah, oh.
Yep.